Hello and welcome to another episode of Sports with Monga, and we have done it. It has happened. Eventually, Bayer Leverkusen has lost the final game, or the final of the. They've lost the unbeaten run, and they've lost the final as well. Yes, it has happened. The UEFA Europa League final played out in Dublin has ended with Gasperini and Atalanta getting the better of Bayer Leverkusen, the champions of Europa League 2024 are Atalanta. The Italian side have done it and done the inevitable. After 61 years, it's been a while that they've done this. Atalanta have then won their first major European trophy. They're the 10th different Italian side to do this. And it is amazing. Gasperini, there's a lot to get into. Gasperini's done the job, guys. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon for more videos regarding the Champions League that is going to come soon. We have the Conference League final, the FA Cup as well. So there's a lot to watch. The Formula One race, the Monaco Grand Prix is coming. So if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon for more videos. Sports with Monga. And thanks for subscribing and helping grow the channel. It has ended Atalanta 3, Leverkusen 0. And it was Ademola Lookman show. He was on a fire. 3 goals, 3 shots on target, 3 goals, 12th minute, 26th minute, and 75th minute. Leverkusen were completely on a verge of, like, they had a game plan completely to the way they played. Like, it was like going to be extremely attacking side. No chance for the other teams to kind of even have a chance of sniff of the ball most of the times. And but then Gasperini played it so well. And it all started with the squad selection itself that he had started with. Gasperini having Scamacca on top with Ketelere, Lookman. Ederson was crazy, man. Like the game that Ederson and Koopmeiners played with Ruggeri and Zappacosta on the flanks, Jimisle and Hayen and Kolasinac in the defensive. He had the man-to-man marking done perfect. Adli didn't have a chance. Like either Hien, either Dimitri or Kolasinac, all were on top of him. Ederson was sometimes in the left back position, sometimes in the midfield. He was like the instigator, getting the ball out of the feet of Palacio, Xhaka, Grimaldo, Frimpong, Stanisic, Ta, and he was like everywhere. He was not giving them any chance, any breathing room. Even when Robert, Andrich, Patrick, Schick, Tella, Boniface, and Holzer came for Bayer Leverkusen when it was a complete all-out attack. I think Ederson had a game of the season. Like he did the man. He played the best in my mind. But then it was, I think in my mind, if Lookman had not scored 3 goals, a hat trick, the first hat trick ever to be scored in a Europa League final, it would have gone to Ederson, in my opinion, in the midfield. Gasperini played the man-to-man. They did not allow Bayer Leverkusen in the Aviva Stadium in Dublin to actually move anything. Xabi Alonso would have just felt like he did. And Bayer didn't play bad, guys. Let's be honest. If you watch the game, Bayern didn't play the game bad. It was just amazing. Like the game that Atalanta played was much better, and that's what I'm trying to get your attention towards. It was not the fact that the game was badly played or it was an easy run for Leverkusen. It was just Atalanta were on a different level. Of course, what has been Lookman's hat-trick, scoring the 12th minute, the pass from Zappacosta, and he would just had his shooting boots now today. Like anything he touched was like goal. 12th minute goal, 26th minute goal, and the 75th minute 5 left, like 75th. This third goal was my favorite because he kind of catches on the left and just smashes it in the top corner with him left foot. Beautiful goal. Nothing. And the defense, like Tapsoba is not a bad player. Tapsoba just couldn't deal with the pace. They just couldn't deal with the pace of Lookman. And yeah, it was amazing to watch what we've seen. 12, 26, and 75th minute. 3 goals, 2 in the first half, the third, after like Leverkusen were like on the verge of like, they were like, oh, let's kind of get them on, but that didn't happen. They held the nerves. Atalanta held their nerve. There were chances for Bayer to kind of do something, but they held their nerve well. And eventually did move on and to win, because 75 minutes, the counter-attacking football did play a part, and they got the chance and they scored. And that's all up to Lookman, and Scamacca was well holding the ball up front. Beautiful pass to them as well. Beautiful pass. And it was just all the way done. Interesting stats. 10 shots, 7 shots on target, 3 shots on target for Leverkusen. Atalanta 7 shots and 3 went into the goal. 3 shots only on Leverkusen and 10 shots in total. Shots on target 3. That tells you the fact that how good was the defensive unit of Atalanta, how well they kind of managed the game, and it is amazing. Take a bow, guys. Like, we have been talking about Leverkusen for a while. The 51-game unbeaten run ends. Xhaka at the end of said, honestly, we're not interested. At the end of the game, he said, honestly, we're not interested in the unbeaten record. We didn't care about that from the start. It's about the game. And unfortunately, we lost the final today. That's football. We said yesterday that it would be a difficult game. Compliments to Atalanta. That's a man who has experience, who understands the defeats are, it's part and parcel. It's a football game, but then of course they've won the Bundesliga really, really well. But they still have the one more. They could make it like a home double with the German Cup over the weekend as well. There's a chance for them to make it the double home cups with Bundesliga and the German Cup. But then they could have won the treble with the European final and a cup there, the Europa League. But then that's not happened. It is what it is. It happens sometimes. Yeah, Xabi Alonso got, and this is what Xhaka also said, like, it's a shame it didn't work out in the final. We looked so good up until this game, and the fact that we didn't manage to do what we usually do so well in the final is part of the game. We have to accept that, and that's like maturity, because that tells how well Gasperini had drilled Ederson, Zappacosta, Scamacca, the defensive line, to kind of ensure that nothing goes through, and it has to be. You have to compliment the game. You have to compliment when somebody does better than you, and Xhaka doing that same. Coming to Gasperini and Atalanta, 61 years later, Gasperini has done it. He is the man here. Gasperini finally does the game. He has done what was inevitable, and it's impossible to imagine he has done it. And it's very hard to imagine, like, 5 games in the season in the Serie A, people were saying he's going to get sacked. But then sailor heads have prevailed, and he's basically ensured the faith that the Atalanta club has given him. He has repaid it with what the best thing he could do, giving them the Europa League final cup. It is done and dusted. Bayer Leverkusen are the champions of Europa League 2024. Bayer Leverkusen are the first team to win the league title but lose the UEFA Europa Cup final the same season since Benfica in 2013, and the first German side to do it since Borussia Dortmund in 2001 and 2. Ademola Lookman's hat-trick for Atalanta was the 6th to be scored in a major UEFA final. It was the first since Jupp Heynckes from Borussia Mönchengladbach against FC Twente in 1975, which was the only other one to be scored in the UEFA Cup Europa League final. Atalanta secure a 3-0 victory over Bayer Leverkusen to win the Europa League final in the Aviva Stadium in Dublin. What a night it's been, guys. Atalanta fans, hit the subscribe button, get in the comment section below. Let me know, what do you feel? How are you feeling about this? How are you going to celebrate this unexpected but unexpected crazy win? And Bayer fans, what are you going to feel about the final, that's the Super Cup, the German Cup final that's soon coming up? Do you feel this will affect the team and their momentum? I don't feel so. I think Xabi Alonso will do a great job and possibly win the Super Cup and have a double. The Italian side didn't create a host of chances, producing producing a 0.81 expected goals, but they took their opportunities when needed, got their hands on the trophy. Leverkusen struggled to create in the final third, managing a 0.82 expected goals, and they were far from clinical. Gasperini's side opened the scoring in the first half as Lookman latched onto a low cross from Zappacosta, firing it into the back of the net from close range. Shortly after, the Nigerian winger grabbed his second in style, cutting in the left, nutmegging Xhaka and sending a curling effect into the bottom corner. The Italian side sat back after the break, looking to counter attack as Alonso's men dominated the possession, and they found a third late in the game. Scamacca drove through the middle of the pitch before picking out Lookman, and the former Everton man's powerful strike nested in the top corner, securing his hat-trick. Leverkusen were unbeaten on all competitions going into this one, but Atalanta have dealt them a double blow, ending their run and lifting the trophy. That's all for today, guys. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the subscribe button. Congratulations to Atalanta and the Italian fans. Bayer Leverkusen, well played, Bayer. It is what it is. You have shown the world what is possible. The 51 match unbeaten run ends here. Hope the best for you in the German Cup final. The double could be on. Xabi Alonso take a bow, but Gasperini gets the better of Xabi Alonso. That's the story. Lookman's hat-trick seals it for Atalanta. 3-0 to Atalanta. Congratulations. Europa League 2024 winners. Atalanta have done it. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.